ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kevin Jackwitz. This is the Kaged Review. And I'm going to review WWE SmackDown. And this is for 8/16/2018, the 1000th episode of SmackDown. So you're expecting this to be a big show. Like 1000, when they did the 1000 Raw show, they kind of botched it all up, honestly, in my opinion. This time, I think they did a lot better. In some ways, anyway. Other ways, you know, still the same old screw-ups from WWE. So let's get into this. Right away you start out with Truth TV. I thought that was an interesting way to start it out. But it worked. R-Truth, he's really funny. I really think he's funny, honestly. He brings out Stephanie McMahon, who was the first ever general manager of SmackDown. So she starts talking, gets booed for a minute, then Shane McMahon, his music hits, he comes out, and he's the current general manager of Raw. And he gets just a huge pop. And of course, Stephanie and Shane are kind of bickering back and forth, and then Vince's music hits, and then the place just explodes for a second. Vince comes down, and really they didn't have much of a bit. He's like, people don't want to hear you guys bickering, they want to be entertained. And so R-Truth and the Truth TV with Carmella, they have this thing where they do these 8-second dance-offs. So Vince McMahon says they want to see a dance-off. And so everybody starts dancing. And of course, you know, Vince McMahon, no rhythm whatsoever. But it was kind of cool to have all three of them together because, let's face it, they are, you know, the creators. And they move right along into their first match, which is AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan versus the Usos. And you would think that AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan would go over because one's the champion and one's the #1 contender, and they're both two of the top stars in the company. Well, as it turns out, a very good match. I liked a lot of the spots here. But Daniel Bryan goes to hit one of the Usos, winds up hitting AJ Styles. Both Usos double kick Daniel Bryan, and the Usos get the win. I thought that was very interesting. But cool, because I like the Usos, and they are great. So, there it is. Then you get a really short backstage clip with Paige, Vicky Guerrero, Teddy Long, and John Laurinaitis, all former, you know, general managers or whatever they are. So yeah, that was kind of cool. And then you get Evolution come out, and they had really good promos, honestly. And Batista got a huge pop. Like, Batista really got a big pop out of this. He's in DC, his hometown, which was cool. But he also had a lot to say, and it felt like it really came from the heart. Because, you know, he was kind of mocking the Marks for calling him Booty Stud. You know, he made a joke about it, and he actually had a couple of one-liners that were pretty good. But he kind of, you know, put all the other guys of Evolution up on a pedestal, and so that was cool. So that right there takes care of your first hour. Your first hour is gone. You come back, you got Edge coming back with the cutting edge, and he's got Becky Lynch on first, and, you know, she does her heel bit, and basically says, well, you know, I don't want to take your advice. I'm in love with me. I got the championship. Why don't you leave my ring and don't hurt your neck on the way out? So going for massive heel heat right there. Charlotte Flair comes out, doesn't say much. They go right to swinging on each other. And I don't really know if anybody got the better of that exchange. After that, you got Big E and Xavier Woods of the New Day taking on The Bar. Good match. Excellent match in some ways. And then toward the end, you have the Big Show. He comes out. He choke slams Kofi for getting involved in the match. And Big E's kind of wondering what happened. I think it was Cesaro hit the neutralizer on Big E. And New Day lose the championships to The Bar. I thought that was interesting. I didn't expect that. Then you get a real quick Cena promo. Obviously, he's working on a movie right now. And he sent in a little video package promo. Basically just talking about all the stuff he did on the 1000 episodes of SmackDown. Then you get Rey Mysterio returning against Shinsuke Nakamura. Another good match. Like, all the matches here were good. They were not necessarily great. I mean, I'm not trying to put them way over the moon, but they were good matches. And Rey Mysterio picks up the win on Shinsuke Nakamura, and that was a qualifier for this tournament they're having, the Crown Jewel. So now Rey Mysterio is a part of that. He's the last member. And then you get Undertaker comes out literally at the last 5 minutes. He comes out. He says, I got 3 words for DX. Rest in peace. Honestly, if that's all they would have done with The Undertaker, I think they should have left it alone. I'm being honest. I understand he's a big part of SmackDown, and for the 1000th episode, you want to have something with The Undertaker. I think they should have done a lot more or not at all with The Undertaker. That's my opinion. Because that was pointless. He comes out, says, rest in peace, walks away. That was his bit. Not impressed. I did like the show, though. Overall, I thought it was very good. A lot of pops. And I've noticed that WWE right now, and I'm going to kind of put my own thoughts in this, they don't have enough real talent on the roster right now to have these great big pay-per-views and big sellouts. So they have to rely on bringing back everybody that used to be cool. Edge, Lita, Trish Stratus, Batista, Triple H back in the ring, Undertaker, Kane, Shawn Michaels. Because they just don't have the talent on the current roster. But it is kind of cool, and there is that nostalgia fact to it. And so, I like it. I do. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. I thought overall it was very good. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. I don't want to give it any stronger than that, but it was a strong showing. So ladies and gentlemen, that's where I'm at with it. Let me know what you think. There were only 3 matches. I'll give you that. But I thought the segments were very good. So I'm sticking with 7.5 out of 10. That's how I feel. If you don't like it, deal with it. If you enjoyed this, though, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackowitz. Kaged Nation, out.